I think I'm really just in the house too much. Like, honestly, me and my family, I think we've come to that conclusion. One, I'm already a very like in my head type of person. And this is probably like the longest duration of time that I've been like in the house, like since I've given birth. And I think I'm just going stir crazy. So yeah,
I'm glad you
I just
said
need to
that,
start doing
Kenya,
stuff.
because that is the first topic of the day.
What?
That's the first topic of the day, man.
What's the
I
topic?
seen my
I'm
man
scared.
DeJounte Murray crying out on Instagram.
Oh my god.
Lo-
Crying out on Instagram for a friend.
loser.
Sick
See, that's
transition.
nasty. That's nasty,
Sick.
McGotti. Calling my
Nigga, you
Loser.
gotta know your audience, player. Come on now.
Loser.
how listen, if y'all don't know, DeJounte Murray, NBA player, he is dating NBA YoungBoy's baby mama, Jania. He's been dating her for a while. I would say it seems like 3-4 years, I would think. They had an incident over the weekend. I think it was around Friday, in where she said she was going to Houston to quote unquote work. But then he started seeing that she was out in the clubs. Um, Also, she had the kids and she took the kids to her mom instead of bringing the kids to him or leaving the kids with him. And he basically said, I'm not with that. You know, he's not in that space in his life where he wants to be outside. He said that she's continually told him that she's also not in that space in her life. But it seemed like the whole bug is biting her in the ass, man. Trying to figure out what's going on. He is a very cool and calm and mild-mannered guy. There's plenty of video. Let me play this one video and where he said, "You know what? I just don't like being outside." That sounds like me. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like being outside. Let me play this video real quick so we can get a good understanding of who this young man is, DeJounte Murray. Hold on.
Bro, I don't drink, I don't smoke. And they see that, they're like, bro, why? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, go have fun. You are. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm having fun. And I try to tell them, like, don't let me affect what you do. I'm going to be good regardless. I'm going to be good regardless, but I'm comfortable who I am. I have fun sitting at home watching 6 games at a time. With my daughter, my family, my girl, on FaceTime with my family. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I don't drink.
So that's DeJounte. He said this a couple years ago. I want to know how y'all felt about that. He's saying that she is struggling with being the person that she told him that she was, as far as not being outside. She's ready for a family, to settle down. They do have a child together. And now she is slowly but surely out and about. People started calling him controlling on Instagram. Y'all know how the girls get. Soon as somebody's in distress, got to figure out a way to demonize the man. How do y'all feel about that? Go ahead, McGotti.
Sorry that it had to come to this, Rashad, but I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. You gotta know your fucking audience, gang. Like, you thought NBA YoungBoy's baby mom was a good bet for you to find a housewife?
Yeah.
Like, let's be like, okay, well, that's stupid, Rashad. That's what I would call it. Because if he was my homie, I'd be like, nigga, you're a fucking idiot. She was with this outside street hood nigga. You just think because all of a sudden she's with you, her life is about to change and she's about to turn over a new leaf. Cause y'all got into it the other day. She was right back at YoungBoy's fucking concert on his tour, bruh. You gotta be like, I'm big on watching patterns of behavior of people. That is how I judge people. Not by what you say, not by what you tweet, but by your patterns of behavior. And if your pattern of behavior leans to mixy, outside, bird-like, bird-esque, then you don't need to be around me. Our spirits do not align. God bless you, sister. I hope you find whatever you looking for, but you won't find it here. Cause I ain't that type of nigga. I ain't never been that type of nigga. And that has saved me a whole bunch of heartbreak. All I'm seeing right now is a nigga trying to change a bitch into something she ain't never been. So salute to him, but nigga, you obvious, your scouting department, your scouting senses, your what is it, discernment is weak.
You don't think
I'm
people
not,
you don't think people can change? I mean, she's only 25 years old. He's
I
29.
hear you, like I hear you, I have a hard time. Like, all right, I'll say this. People can change. It is possible, but normally when people do change, it's based off of some not dramatic, some traumatic, life-changing, life-altering event. Like, normally people are who they gonna be, and they gonna remain that way, because a lot of people don't like growth. They, they're very comfortable in whatever their lifestyle is, and they live in that. And she, from everything I've ever seen of her, has never struck me as that type. So when she got with him, I was like, nigga, you sure?
Yeah,
But that ain't my business.
mm, I don't know. She's young, and you saying that she's never done that before. Obviously, she's only 25. I think that I don't know where she's from, but her getting with YoungBoy as a teenager and then projecting that onto who she is as a person, I think that's kind of unfair. I'm not gonna lie. I think
Well,
that
I'm unfair, Rashad. I judge women by their baby dads, for sure. Wake it up.
she was
Yeah.
she
Oh,
was
this nigga's a
seven
bum?
she was
You like
16,
bums.
17 years old, blinded by a nigga who was making money hand over fist. I don't think that the judgment is fair.
Well, Rashad, we kind of have the verdict now. And I think the judgment is looking more right every day.
I do think that there is an aspect of where she probably hasn't lived her life fully, and where she was with YoungBoy, then she became a mom. She is this social media presence with Instagram and stuff like that. She's probably getting bookings. She says she went to Houston for work. I could only imagine that it would be a level of bookings or something like that. I don't necessarily know what she does outside of that. But when you're 25 and you lit and you popping as a woman, I think that the go-to is to be outside, because that's the message that's preached, is be outside. And you can see it in the comments, and where they were calling DeJounte controlling and stuff like that, because he was essentially saying, I'm not outside. You told me that you wasn't going to be outside. Like, what we doing? I think that, we've had multiple conversations and where this is the message to preach onto young kids. And so when you see this type of situation, I don't know. It looks weird in the light, because you would think that you would get with a partner that is stable. You get with a partner that loves you. Y'all had a kid. He not only loves y'all kid, but the kid that's outside of the relationship. What would be the issue? And I think a lot of men see it and be like, what's the problem?
I'll say this. I'm not blaming him necessarily for her behavior, but we men, Rashad, so you gotta know, like, you can only control what you do and yourself. If you a nigga that was always claiming, because I know who DeJounte Murray is, you know what I'm saying? Who was always claiming to be inside and to yourself, and I'm not really on the groupie shit. I don't do drugs. It's just not my lifestyle. Dog, NBA YoungBoy's baby mother is such an alternate universe from that. That it's like, dog, you didn't do yourself no favors with that pick, bro. I'm just not gonna hold you, bro.
What you think about this, Kenya? Who's the crazy one? DeJounte for believing her, or her out here in these streets? who's the crazy?
So, I really don't know. I really don't know what to say, because again, this is like deep, deep, deep in urban
Urban.
business. Deep in urban business. I mean, if you see the pictures of them before, the super mainstream success, they looked very young. They looked like kids. Okay, her very much so. Um, and so I don't. Have you ever seen like a young teen couple like in the hood?
Well, DeJounte's almost 30.
What are you?
DeJounte's almost 30. She's 25. I think he might be turning. Yeah, let me look up his birthday. He's 29. Let me see when his birthday is. September 19th. So he turned 29 this year. He'll be 30 next
I
year.
mean, I don't know what his background is. I really don't know like what kind of background he's from. So again, maybe he's from the same background and he's just found the light quicker. I don't really know. But if he is from a different background, I struggle to find why you would pick her. Of all the women probably available to you, if you've been on the path of family, settling down, commitment, staying in the house, if that's your bop, how did you land on her?
But if she also says that that's her bop, because that's what he said in the messages, in the
You
post.
can say a lot of things, Rashad. If you ever want to know what somebody is going to do, just look at what they've done. I'm sorry. I don't know what other metric to give you to go by. Like, really. So it's like, until a miracle comes to happen, I think you should just keep expecting that whatever you've seen of this person, expect to continue seeing that. People could say whatever.
I think that
I give a damn what that girl
I
said.
think they've been together for a while, and it might not have been an issue for a while. It seems like it's rearing its head more and more now. To Mick Gotti's point of when they did have a
This is her. Well, I mean, life, there's a lot of things like that go into it because this is the child with him is her second kid, correct?
yes.
Right. So I always say that second child is like the nail in women's coffin. I'm telling you, that shit don't fail, bro. I'm telling you, girls be y'all. You could get by with you and your little one kid. When y'all go and have that second, oh
What
man,
happens with the second
it's just,
child?
it's just. you you block yourself in so much. So what children are blessings, they're beautiful, but yes, if you are not set up or if you're not in position financially, mentally, whatever it is, there are going to be hangups and roadblocks, right? That will exist for your one child. You will have to deal with that and go through that. When you introduce the second child, you're just doubling whatever the roadblocks and the hangups are. And it's like you have like blocked yourself in. I've just seen it so many times, time and time and time again. Friends, women, girls I know. That second kid, man,
So who is like
shit,
responsible for that?
it's over.
Be-
It's just over.
because even in the post and where somebody called him controlling, he said, "You know what? I paid for a full-time nanny. Tried to get her back in school. Tried to pay for production companies. So when you trying to start a podcast or something like that. So like the hang-ups on top of the fact that he's ridiculously rich, right? The hang-ups that you're talking about, it seems like anything that he can control
She
to a
wouldn't be going through that. Yes. But one, I don't know why, or I don't know. We don't know the circumstances behind, I guess, why she went out. Was it something really pressing?
no,
Was it a homegirl's like lash launch?
what it
Like
seems
what?
like is she's a 25-year-old woman that gets a lot of attention, and she thought that she was in a space and where she wants family, and she doesn't want to be outside, but she's not there yet all the way. And so for her to lie and say, "Yeah, I'm going to Houston for quote unquote work," and then now I see your ass in the club. One, you could be honest, but you don't want to be honest because you know that you told me that you're done with that shit.
Yes, right. There's something nefarious. I mean, about the lying. I don't. I think like we've seen before in the industry, the whole I'm going to the gas station and then somehow you end up courtside or you end up at the club. Okay, um,
Somebody got that
the
off on
lying
you?
is not
Wow.
okay. No, the lying is not okay. Because it's indicative of you know or you feel like you're doing something nefarious, something that you should not be doing. Um, I just don't know what to say about whatever her process is, whatever Jania's maturation process is. That's just what she got to go through. She's 25 with two kids, and she has not had the best background at all. At all. She don't come from a lot of structure. She don't come from a lot of sense. She don't come from a lot of. She don't come from that. So 25, I don't expect her to have it all there then even. I don't expect that. Maybe 30, maybe 35 maybe. But at 25, no. I don't think you're going to have it all
Do
together.
you think that him wanting her to be in the house is a level of control?
No, I don't think that's a level of control. Then again, I don't know. Maybe it is. It could be, but I don't think it's bad necessarily. I mean, I think I'm coming from the perspective of somebody that just I don't club. I've never been to a club. I don't. no, like nightlife is just, that's not me, that's not my thing. So that's just never where my problems lie. I'm not gonna do that. But for somebody that does have that background from teenage years, or from whatever, that's their outlet, that's what they do, they go out with their girls. I can see how maybe she thinks it's more innocent than whatever he thinks. So him wanting to protect her, him wanting to block that off or to insulate her, I don't think it's a bad form of control. I think it could be a sign of love by way of protection. But to her, as the girl that might feel like Rapunzel locked up in the castle, she might look at it a different way because of where she is mentally.
I think that if you get with somebody, and we've had these conversations a lot, and then we're going to get to you, Mick Gotti. If you get with somebody and they put all their cards out on the table, hey, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't like going out, I would much rather be at home on FaceTime and watching basketball games. This is what makes me happy. And then you say, you know what? I'm with that. It's easy to talk, but then when it's time to live that, and you're not there, you have to be honest with yourself. But there was two things that I didn't like with this situation. One, you lied. And then two, you allowed the internet to paint him in a certain light. And then she got on the internet and started making posts as well, in a disparaging light towards him. And so for me, it was like, God damn, hold on. This could all be avoided if you was just like, you know what? I fuck with you, but that ain't where I'm at in life. And then y'all go y'all separate path. But don't get with a nigga. And this is the same thing don't mirror somebody. And a lot of times people be mirroring people to get them to like them. Right? So yeah, I'm working hard. I'm grinding. I'm getting, oh yeah, me too. And then you get together and you lazy as a motherfucker and don't do shit. And then when a nigga say get your ass up, now he the problem. It'd be like, hold on. I thought you said that this what we was on. And so that's what it seemed like to me. Because it's rare. One, Mick Gotti said what he said because he was in a vulnerable place and said, you know what? This is what's going on. This is what's happening. He ain't never lied to me. I don't know if he's lying. But it seemed like he was being honest and just being like, man, I want my woman, I want my relationship to be a certain type of way, and she ain't playing that right now, and that shit fuck with me. Go ahead, Mick Gotti.
Listen, man. Nigga, you gotta know yourself and you gotta know your woman, bro. Like, real shit. Like, a lot of this could have been avoided if he just would have paid attention to the personality traits. Her personality traits, to me, scream bird, and I don't even know her like that. So, for you to overlook all of the stuff that you're saying, Rashad, look past it and then think, yeah, I can kind of sort of domesticate the situation and make her something that honestly I've never seen her be, is an absurd expectation to me. He outside looking for Janias when, respectfully, Kenya, he probably should have been looking for Kenya. No bullshit. Like, I don't like.
Kenya might be crazy too. You hear her talking on the
Yeah, but
stage.
at
If
least he
you're not,
wouldn't be
no, but that's
crazy
the
in the
thing. I'm not
house.
saying that getting the girl in the homely dress that be at the library is going to spare you from all problems, because of her being cooped up, she got some shit with her too. All
I'm
I'm saying
I'm
is
not I'm
pick
not
your
saying that. That's
poison. Your poison, because if you have a problem, and really the men's problem with the women being in the nightlife, one, it's a protection thing, and two, it's a mixy thing. You around mad hot energy, mad dick, mad liquor. It's just, I don't really think maybe that's the environment for cultivating, for family life and wifeliness and commitment and whatnot. And I'm fine if the man feels that way. That's okay. But you don't go get JANIA MESHELL.
Hold on, wait. Let me read some of
That's
these
what you were
messages.
looking for.
These messages are so she made a series of posts. First post, I just find it funny how I am all of this, but it was okay for you to move to Vegas from April to September and have me and the kids on a plane Friday through Sunday just to come visit you because you decided you didn't like New Orleans and you don't want to train there. First of all,
Go ahead.
ma'am, the only way that you are able to live this life is because of me being in the NBA. DeJounte Murray is coming off a season-ending Achilles injury, I think, and where the amount of training that you have to do to get back in the space to play basketball at a high level. We look at, NBA players, and a lot of niggas be, on the couch talking shit. This nigga suck. This nigga suck. No, these niggas are the top 1% in the world. And when you have an Achilles injury, yes, there is a level of focus that you have to put into to be able to get back right. And so you saying that he moved from New Orleans to Vegas and like somehow that was an issue. It's like, baby, I'm trying to get back so I can be the old me.
Rashad, even listen to the complaint. Her complaint was, y'all, you moved and put me and the kids on a private jet weekly so you could spend time with us. If that don't tell you that something is wrong mentally, then I I promise you I don't know what to
She
say.
said, this is the second one. She said, I literally cried at dinner telling you how I felt, and did you care? No. And I also told you that night that you were a narcissist, remember? Please just keep it cool because you feel like you can drop stuff, but so can I. Come on, man.
So, listen, man, the signs were there. Boy, what did Vaughn say about signs? Pussy dookie.
Oh my God.
He said, listen, man.
I was there.
King Vaughn never lied,
I
bro.
was there supporting you at every game. Duh, and you was also taking pictures. You are a court.
Rashad. This lady, I really like you're Rashad. This is the same girl that sat in front of that live camera and said that she was cooking noodles and the water from the noodles jumped out the pot and blacked her eyes. And that was how she was bruised up.
Hold on, wait.
After the video had already dropped, the hug getting thumped up in the hallway.
Hold on. She said
So
what?
yes. So the girl said that the noodle water hopped out of the pot and that's why she was bruised up.
Who gave her the beads?
Who else?
Young boy?
Of course. You didn't see
Wow.
that video?
Wow. Yeah, she's
Oh, wait. Is footage of him beating her ass?
maybe.
What the fuck? Oh,
Yeah, this
All
damn.
I'm saying is how much order and sense of thought and action like do you expect to come from she got her shit with her. I don't think it's not to say she needs to heal from young boy. She needs to heal herself because she was right there with him with a bunch of bullshit. She's from that cloth. She is not the person for you to go to expect those things from.
So I wanted to say that because we have this conversation about marriage all the time, right? And you know, people be putting these weird ass time frames, and if a man knows, he knows, and he'll just do it. And my argument a lot of times is there are things that are going on like this that would stop a man from taking that next step. Does he still love her? Of course. Does he want to be with her? He wouldn't be on Instagram if he didn't. But this instance in where we probably not on the same page, your mind isn't where my mind is. I'm done with the streets. I'm done with the outside. And the person that I want to marry, I would like her to be there as well. So can we work towards that? Yes. But in this space, no, I don't want to take the next step. Do you now see why I be saying that? Can you? Because I think this is pretty common actually.
I know you do. And right. And that's fine. There's a lot of things I could say, but I'm refraining for my own
Is
time.
but is this
Um
not you don't think that this is common? And where he clearly loves
what
this woman.
what is common? What narrative are you trying? What are you saying is
It's very
common? That
common.
if the
Very,
good guy is
very
trying
common.
to settle down and the girl is rebelling and she does not want to, she's not acquiescing. Is that's what
No,
you're saying
not
is common?
no. What's common is that in relationship dynamics, because we've talked about marriage rates, we've talked about why niggas just ain't pulling the trigger and walking down the aisle. And I say, well, it's because men probably aren't happy in the relationship. Not happy as in I want to leave you, but not being fulfilled and comfortable with taking it to the next step. And so when we
Well,
have an example like this,
honestly, maybe there is truth to that. You know what? I don't even want to combat it because from where I'm standing, the woman that I'm speaking about don't go out much, right? So if y'all tell me you not meeting them, damn it, I believe you because they're not go out type of girls. They're gonna go to work. They're gonna come home. They're not mixy. They're not, they're not. So there's really just outside of maybe social media or work or if she's in school. I don't know how you're gonna meet the girls that I'm saying heavily exist, but so if you're in the mixy settings and you're grabbing those girls from the mixy settings and you're getting mixy results, I don't really know what to say. I don't know how to fix that problem because I don't think telling the homely chick to go in the mix is really going to solve anything. Y'all just gonna taint her and get her all fucked up. So I don't really know what to do.
yeah, it's not necessarily about being outside. This is just the example that's been given, and where he is just in a space in his life and where he isn't comfortable in the relationship as far as going to the next level. And so that's what I'm saying as far as, do you think that that is more common than not? Whether it's, I'm in the house and I want you to be in the house, or I like this and you want to do that. I think that when you talk to men, especially when you have like these honest conversations with men, they call it locker room talk. We hear it a lot, right? I don't think that a lot of niggas is going on to social media and saying it. So there is a notion that it doesn't exist. So that's why people have the freedom of going to these social media sites and saying, oh, nigga, just marry. Right? Get married. What's the problem? Why you ain't doing that? You should go ahead. And a lot of niggas be like, hey man, I fuck with her, but shit, I ain't in that space. We not in the right space right now.
Right.
I
I'm
think
not
that,
saying that that doesn't exist. I wouldn't, I don't know what do you believe, you're saying you don't believe it. Do you believe it to be half and half? Do you think it's more leaning to that than the other thing? I'm fine to maybe give you the half, but there's too much of the woman saying that exact same thing, even a mixie or all the women are saying that. So I would just have to say, okay, they lying. And then the niggas that's starting to speak up is telling the truth. Like, I don't know how you want me to view the information because the women are also complaining the same way. They have the same complaints. So I don't know.
yeah, I think that y'all don't know women as much as y'all think, because if you didn't see that golden thread of the men posting the women asking for money and y'all were
Yeah,
just
Woo!
that,
flabbergasted, y'all
yeah,
really don't know
that,
women.
Woo! Wake it up,
that's
Rashad.
crazy. That
Disgusting bum
Golden thread.
golden thread. I
behavior.
really do want to. I think a lot of those were fake.
No,
Come
no,
on,
no. Hey, Kenya,
Kenya.
hold on. Kenya, as someone who's dealt with this in real life, it's not fake. These bitches are broke and outside begging
All,
like paupers.
all of
I
y'all.
want you
Shaking
to
cups.
understand and hear me clearly. Like a homeless man outside the Walgreens. Can I get a piece of change, sir?
How? Okay,
Disgusting.
mushy. How often is that happening?
No, that's Mick. That ain't mushy.
Oh, my bad. Mick. Oh yeah, Mick. How often is that happening?
A lot more than you would think.
Did you see how many quote tweets was on that thread,
If
Kenya?
I if, Kenya, if I didn't delete stuff in my phone like text threads of women that I felt like were a waste of time, I could have had at least 5 to 6.
Never delete. Never delete. I'm not gonna lie.
Have you ever seen the stereotype of like the woman that is like working and the guy is,
Being a bum,
finding his way in life, using her car, just trying to find his way. He's finding his way. Have you ever seen that in real life before?
okay.
I'm
I
just asking.
personally
I'm
don't.
asking.
I personally don't know any niggas like that, but I
Okay.
have seen situations
Okay.
like that from afar, and they are equally as disgusting.
We all know one Jody. Come on, man. Stop it.
Hold on. I was Jody one time,
Yeah, I'm about
man.
to say, we all, come on, man. Stop it, Mick.
Nigga, I don't
Come
hang with
on,
no
Mick.
Jodies, cuz I'm not gonna hold you.
Hey, hold on,
We
dog.
all know at
Check
least
me out.
one,
I
bro.
was fresh
No,
out of
I
goddamn.
don't,
I had,
nigga.
look,
I'm just
listen,
telling you, I don't hang with no Jodies.
Nick, I was fresh out of prison.
Okay.
Goddamn, had to get my shit together. Shawty let me use her Ultima, and guess what? I went to work and I got my shit up. You know what I'm saying? But she
But
ain't
see, you
hold
wasn't
nothing to
Jody.
get.
Jody didn't go to jail. Jody was a bum.
Yeah, he was a bum. I want no bum. You know what I'm saying? Came out straight to work, did my shit, started my promotion shit. Shit started popping. So,
Mushy,
you know
you
what
was
I
bringing
mean?
the car back on E?
No, I bring it back. I bring it back on time. You know what I'm saying? Like I brought it back on time.
I'll bring it back with a quarter in there.
Yeah. I was at the I was at the hospital every time she got off work. I was there on time. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, hell no, we gonna do this together. You know what I mean? Boy, shit. There's niggas like that out here, and I hear from it a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, make right. There is a
Okay,
lot of
so okay, the women are beggy brokies. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
lot of
No,
them out here.
well, I'm fine with that narrative. We never. The narrative was never that they was the ones holding the purse.
No, you said that. You said that.
I
Stop it.
never, Rashad. Please,
You said
I
the
wouldn't
women,
even
the
say
new
no shit like
niggas.
that. And you know what? And that be the problem. The way that you just be trying to lie on me, and that's how I would never say no shit like that. Based on
You
my
said they the new
worldview,
niggas.
based on my world, I would never say no shit like that. So I know I did. I know I did. I
Well,
know I did.
Kenya,
I never
it's
said women had
50-50.
more money than men. How could I say that? And
It's
statistically, that's not true.
Somebody said that. I forgot who it was.